Oftentimes, I find myself using my mind to manipulate physical matter, materializing my very thoughts and ideas into reality. Throughout my journey on YouTube, I've built Spider-Man's web shooters, the Apple Vision Pro, my own car, and sometimes you guys ask me, how? So this is how I do it. The secret is actually something we all probably learned in the 5th grade called the engineering design process. And despite all those years, it's still as simple as it is effective. Let me remind you how it works. Step 1, define your objective. First, I ask myself, what am I trying to make? What should it do? What should it look like? How much should it cost? Now's where I define all the most important qualities that need to be true when I'm finished. Step 2, brainstorm some ideas. At this point, I'll sketch up a bunch of very general concept ideas, usually by finding something similar to what I'm trying to make and working off that as a starting point. And don't worry too much about copying. We're all different people with different values and styles. By the time it's filtered through you, the product will be uniquely yours. Step 3, create a prototype. Because sometimes my imagination isn't always rooted in reality. My prototypes are usually just a bunch of base components I slap together in an afternoon just to see if the idea actually has the potential to work. Step 4, refine. And once I know an idea has a chance to work, I can finally start molding it into my original vision by adding all the qualities that I defined in my objectives. Step 5, the test. Referring back to my objectives, I'll come up with some interesting challenges to see how my invention performs. And this part can be pretty stressful, being the grand culmination of my work and all. But from what I've experienced, there's only really 2 ways to fail. And that's when either you don't learn from your mistakes or you don't have a good time. So, despite that, no amount of beating, bruising, or breaking is gonna stop me from building cool shit. Unless I die, you know, I can't do much about that. Speaking of dying, I'm gonna be testing out my new homemade web shooters soon, so check out Ben Rebuilt on YouTube for more on that. See ya.
I think I'm about to steal!